Oh my gosh, it's so cold in the St. Louis area this morning. Hey now, hey now, hey now, producer Rye. It's Vic Faust here. Happy Monday.
What's up?
January 19th. Here we go. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to rock and roll, getting St. Louis up. If you're up this morning, I am sorry. I hope you're off today. I hope I'm talking to blank space today. Nobody's out there. Nobody's out there. Nobody's out there. We're here. It feels like it's like 2 a.m. That's what it feels like, but we're going to make it feel like it's 2 p.m. It is Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It is a holiday. Many people are off, and we hope that you guys are enjoying it. Coming off of a decent weekend. And I can tell you this morning, there's just a lot of things going on. I mean, sports side in the St. Louis area, but national sports that also kind of get the headlines that people want to talk about, but we open it up to you as we always do. You let us know what you guys want to be talking about. We'll get it done. We'll talk about it. Promoting St. Louis or anything else that you guys want to do. So, producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. And we want to get it going with you. All right. Lots of NFL to get into. Lots. Because we know we have a lot of different types of teams that people like in this area. Men and women and activities from this. I mean, we could talk 2 hours of NFL. You've got the college football national championship tonight. I think coverage comes on at 6:30. There's like 20 different viewing platforms. I don't know how they're going to have everybody on that field in Miami, but what a place to be. By the way, Mark Cuban's been trying to do something really, really cool for Indiana alumni to try to eliminate some of the cost for Indiana fans to get there tonight. Could be the most watched, one of the most watched, if not the most watched college football national championship games of all time. And if you're a wagerer, we have something for you that Kurt Signetti said yesterday about that point spread, which is at 8.5 points. What do you think about this? We'll let you talk about that. We've got college basketball, Mizzou, SLU, Illinois, all from the weekend. Illinois, SLU continue to win. Missouri and Dennis Gates, he's heckle and jive. Dr. Heckle and Mr. Jive. He is, they can't win on the road. He absolutely sucks on the road. It's because they're not a mature team. They're not a disciplined team. They're chaotic. They can't win in the point and stretch. But we'll talk about that in the Mizzou show later today. But they better come up with a chance tomorrow night. And they will. They're at home. They'll probably win tomorrow night, blow out Georgia because they're at home. Because they win at home and they can't win on the road, which is why this team hasn't been able to do anything in the playoffs. Carson Beck, the quarterback from Miami, by the way, had a quote 2 days ago, which kind of sums up what NIL is all about anymore. It does not matter in college football, maybe in college basketball too, about school. It's like nobody cares anymore. Stay eligible, but something tells me they'll keep you eligible. When's the last time you heard of a college football player? Oh, he's not eligible for the game this week because of grades. Never, ever. You ever hear those headlines anymore? Never. They'll do what it takes.
Maybe at some random D3 or something.
They'll do what it takes. But he basically told the country what's happening in college football. And the rest of us just kind of go from there. Also, Cardinals winter warm-up over the weekend. And I'm sorry, I did my best to try to get into it. I mean, are we really excited about the Cardinals right now? Are we? And I'm not trying to be negative, bah humbug. The organization right now, I don't want to say is a disaster, but it's a disaster when it comes to expectations because they hung on too long and just left a pile of you-know-what stinking outside for Hein Bloom. So Hein Bloom's coming in to gut everything. I'd be curious if anybody went to the winter warm-up, if there were more than 15 people there. Sorry. Well, I remember when the Cardinals used to win in the 80s. In the 90s were all right. Then, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, we won World Series in 2006 and 2011, and it was amazing. It was electric. And we haven't won since. We're in the World Series in 2014, and nothing since. Sorry. Just now the teams that are our daddy are called the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. They're our daddy. We're the little brother, and it's not going to change for quite some time. But anyway, winter warm-up was going on. We can talk about that. And then, like I said, there's just tons of sports. And then the Blues. People were like, Vic, you're crazy. I presented, and I'm not going to say who they are, but I presented this question for the last week and a half to 2 weeks. And it may not even be of importance because the Blues may not even make the playoffs. But I said to some other sports people in this office, said I start Joe Hofer if the playoffs start today. No, Jordan Bennington. We got to get Bennington. Then if he messes up, then you put Joel Hofer. I was like, bull crap. Hofer is the star. Bennington is not. We all love him. This is not 2019 anymore. This isn't the Four Nations where he has a lot of other stars playing in front of him. Hofer is by far your best goalie on this team. He should be played number one many times. The Blues won 2 in a row last week against 2 of the top teams in the league. Hofer was in net. They were getting it done without Rob Thomas. It's like, wait a second. The Blues just beat 2 of the best teams in the league again at home, including Tampa in overtime the other night, Friday night. They turn around last night and get their little cold butt spanked in Edmonton. 5-0. Another embarrassing loss. The worst goal differential in the entire NHL is owned by your St. Louis Blues. Guess who was in net? Jordan Bennington. Is it all his fault? No, it's not always a goalie's fault all the time or all of the praise. It is what it is. And it's just... So we've got that, which we can get into as well. You guys jump into the show, X, Facebook, YouTube, and we're grateful for that. Also, another new act has been added to the Super Bowl 60 Santa Clara Super Bowl for the musical acts. We'll tell you who that is. Just continue to add people who have no value. And add somebody who's more worried about getting into politics than they are their music. But then again, that's what Jay-Z does. And I'm sorry. Everybody thinks Jay-Z's this icon, and he's so special. Jay-Z is just looking to start crap because that's what he does. JD doesn't care about you. Jay-Z cares about the Benjamins. He cares about his bucks. And that's all that he cares about. If Jay-Z cared about Americans, he would find acts that appeal to everybody. Instead, he has to get political. And it's unfortunate. And, of course, Roger Goodell, is like his little lap dog. He's like, whatever you say, Jay-Z, I'll do. Unfortunately, the NFL, as popular as it is, continues to have all kinds of issues, not only off the field, but on the field with officiating. Like I said, whatever you agree with when it comes to calls in a Buffalo-Denver game or not. I'm not a Bills fan. I don't care if the Bills win or lose. but the NFL screwed them, giving them only 6 days of rest. And then I only had a problem with one of the calls in the game the other night. One. But then again, as bad as the officials are, they missed a call against Buffalo that would have ended the game in overtime early as well. So we can get into that. Okay. It's also cold as you know what outside right now. If you don't have to be outside this morning, don't be. Let's just put it this way. The temperatures are -0 when it comes to real feel wind chill. If you haven't looked at your phone yet, don't. I'll tell you. I'll tell you exactly what it feels like. It feels like -5 outside right now. And not one complaint from producer Rye this morning when he came in.
Just got to keep grinding, man. I don't know. It's super cold. It was super cold yesterday. I don't know what's going on. I'm ready for March. That's what I'm grinding for at this point.
Speaking of March, daylight saving time, as we're getting right now here to the end. I think we reached the shortest day of the year. I think now we start to build our way back up when it comes to sunlight. And the earliest daylight saving time possibility is what will be turning the clock back this year. Now, there was bipartisan support in Congress to eliminate daylight saving time. And they couldn't do it. Even the president was, let's eliminate it. But for some reason, they couldn't get it done. So we still are going to turn the clocks. We are going to spring forward in March. But it's going to be early this year, March 8th. Early. More sunlight. There you go. Happy joy on a Monday morning at 6:18 on January 19th. So that's going on as well, as we were just talking about. And then, of course, anything else that you guys want to add, anything else that you guys want to talk about. I did find it interesting that the NFL, as we'll get into it too, addressed issues on Sunday yesterday about their league being rigged and calls, one specifically, and not an interception, or excuse me, not a catch, instead an interception in the Buffalo-Denver game from that night. I mean, I don't know what the NFL is going to be able to. Their officiating is really, really inconsistent at best. Inconsistent at best. And then it doesn't help when you have other plays that look similar. Now, Josh Allen did not play a very good game, played his worst playoff game. That did not help the process. But if you're a Bills fan, you're upset. And I get it. It sucks to watch your team lose. I know. I know exactly how it feels. So anything else that you guys have going on, like, subscribe, share the show, jump in on X, Facebook, YouTube. You can give us a call if you'd like, 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. We are your Lou information station. We are live on at louinfo.com. The St. Louis Science Center's got a massive upgrade coming, and that's pretty cool because we need it. I can't even tell you the last time I'd been there, but let's be honest. From the outside, it looked like it was a little rundown. Planetarium, getting an upgrade too. And we could. But now if I'm thinking in a science center and all that, I mean, do you add in like AI in this section, or could that be considered science? I don't know. Maybe we could do that. I also thought you'd get a kick out of this. I call you at least 6'4", producer Rye.
Oh yeah, I'm 6'4" now. I went out with like a lady friend, and I told her I was 5'8".
You mean before you met each other?
Yeah.
Was it like a Tinder date or something?
No, it was like I just like met her on Instagram and stuff, and we have like mutual friends. And like I was like, "Oh, you have cool style, bro. We should go get ice cream or something."
And
chilling.
So you literally held that up until you saw her?
Yeah. What?
What was the look on her face?
Oh, she's like, "You're not 5'8". Like it was like.
So you pulled the Luther Burden on her.
Yeah, I had to see. I had to pull the Luther. But yeah, I'm like 6'4", I'd say. Maybe 6'5" when I wear boots. Maybe. But yeah.
Well, for whatever reason, with the Super Bowl show coming up, the Super Bowl halftime show, which we'll have some news on a little bit later. For whatever reason, for Bad Bunny's show, if you even care, dancers could only be the applicants to be in the show between 5'7" and 6 feet. You can't be shorter than 5'7" or over 6 foot. I have no idea why. And neither does anybody else. The Super Bowl said they're making it a mystery for right now. Like, what? Got to be between 5'7" and 6 foot. I don't know. No, I don't know about that. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it is what it is. Hey, also thought this was pretty cool. Love to see the stories when they pop up. A 7th grade student over in Francis Howell is a published author. Good for her. 7th grade, too. I was looking for more updates on that. I'll have to find her name to give her that credit. Over at Barnwell Middle School, 12 years old. Her name is Emma Williams. She published her first novel called Starbound. So congratulations to her, and who knows what her future has in store. But a very, very, very cool deal. The Barnwell Bulldogs out of Francis Howell. Also, gosh, there were just so many things that just the NFL with tough calls all weekend. I just saw this one come down, and I guess I missed this. Oh. Yeah, I was trying to read it up here. Okay, we won't bother with that. But anyway, it is a Monday. It's January 19th. Hope you guys had a really, really good weekend. As it's a holiday weekend as well. Not sure if anybody's up and at it today, but if you are, stay warm. We've been talking about the weather and how the weather is not so great this morning when it comes to the wind. The wind is so dang cold and strong this morning. The wind gust making things just kind of unbearable. So if you don't want to be outside this morning. And if you are, it's like, okay, all right, you're not going to really want to get involved in this because it's that bad. But, we'll get through it today. We'll see where we are. It is 6:25. Any other news stories or things that you guys want to jump in or throw out to, you can. Like we said, it is a holiday. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. If there's any other activities going on today or things from that standpoint, anything you want to promote, let us know. We'll get that out for you. And of course, that's what we do. We promote. We want to talk about what we can from that standpoint. Also, oh, yeah. I was watching some highlights from last night's game, too. We had some Mizzou. I loved seeing it. We had some Mizzou. I repeat, Mizzou former players doing well over the weekend in the playoffs, specifically last night. So that was really cool to see. And everything else that's going on today. I'd be curious to know, is anybody working today or are you off? And then, of course, we'll find out what else is going on there. But yes, we are here today. Full allotment of shows. We're here till 8 o'clock. From 8 to 10 o'clock, you have Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jansen, the former Blue and Cardinals broadcaster, Jim the Cat Hayes. At 10 o'clock today, from 10 to 11, we have the MIZ STL show. And when we talk about the MIZ STL show, you've got the portal kind of slowing down, not over, slowing down. And then you've also got Mizzou basketball, which we led into. That team is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Home and road, which is unfortunate. Kind of like what the Blues have become. So that's from 10 to 11 today. And then from 11 to 1, what do we have today?
Charlie Tune and the Posse.
Oh, I thought you said it was changing.
No, that's only on Fridays.
Okay.
Yeah, Unk's just not doing Fridays, and he may be doing a rerun on Thursday on the second hour too. I don't know what Unk got going on.
All right.
But, yeah.
So that you have there. And for a list of all the shows, obviously we are your Lure information station. We're always live and on demand at luinfo.com. Once again, you can check us out at luinfo.com. But as you can see, there is so much going on today, and a lot of sports driven things. And where you go from there. And then, of course, wherever you guys want to talk about. I'm really, 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 though, excited on this holiday about the College Football National Championship tonight. Really, really excited about that, to see what happens, where it goes. I heard ads for the game were super, super, super high again. Not Super Bowl-esque, where it's like $2.5-3 million for a 30-second ad. But still very, very, very expensive, especially down in Miami. And of course, what Mark Cuban did for fans, for Indiana fans, to try to make it more cost effective, because even the greatest experiences now are being priced out way high priced out for even the fans of teams who are trying to watch college football games, especially the incredible game and matchup environment that they have for tonight's game in Miami. And the weather has been really nice down there as well. So once again, all these things coming up. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about it. You guys want to jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube? That's where you can stream us live. We love it. Bring up whatever. Check in from whatever. If you're awake, if you're up and at it. I hope you're in bed. But if you had to get up this morning, if you're out driving, if you're home doing whatever, hopefully we can make the day go a little bit better, at least for these early morning hours. We don't come in and yell at you in the mornings. We try to get you up and at it. But we'll certainly call out those teams and programs and coaches that are ruining your sports weekends.
We're like the calm warm-up.
That's right.
Cam comes in and says, it's 8:05 on a Monday.
Can't do that at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, can't do that. We got to ease in. Man.
We're leadoff. We bat leadoff. We get on base.
Yeah, we're like Shohei with the Dodgers this year.
We set the table. Every now and then we'll hit a home run if we need to. We'll do what we need to. But we set the freaking table. That's what we do here. And of course we love it. It's a holiday. It's January 19th. Up and at it. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more right after this.
What are the keys to a great night out? Great food and drinks, great prizes, and great friends. Join us Thursday, January 22nd from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Key STL Burger, Bar, and Boogie in the Grand Center Arts District. Enjoy a live broadcast with Cam Jansen and Jim Hayes, plus special guest Matt Adams. Dig into the best smash burgers in town and get your shot at winning opening day Cardinals tickets, autographed merch, and more. That's Thursday, January 22nd, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Key STL, 3225 Olive. Come eat, hang out, and wait.
Diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose U.S. Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. U.S. Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
Your LouInfo.com news report. The city of St. Louis is moving forward to seize long abandoned properties near the new National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. Using eminent domain, officials aim to acquire 89 blighted lots. The city and the developers bank are now in dispute over property values, with the move intended to bring the land back under local control for meaningful development. The St. Louis Fire Department battled a fire at a vacant building near Louisiana and Winnebago on Saturday night, with flames visible on the first and second floors. It's unclear what caused the blaze. This comes less than 24 hours after another fire at an empty warehouse in the Bevo Dutchtown area. St. Charles County Police are investigating the theft of 41 bronze vases from the St. Charles Memorial Garden on West Clay Street, valued at about $15,000. Authorities say tips leading to an arrest could earn a cash reward, and information can be sent anonymously through Crime Stoppers. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Really cold today. High pressure moving in from the northern plains. Sunny and about 20 on the afternoon high. And it will be windy, gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Mid-teens and clear for the overnight hours. Not as cold on Tuesday. Sunshine, and we're back in the upper 30s, mid-40s by Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
I'm Big Toe Media President Dave Green, and for the last few months, I've been telling you about what makes Home Bank different. Local people, local decisions, and real relationships. So let me take that a step further. When you walk into Home Bank, you're not walking into a system, you're walking into a conversation. This is a bank that understands St. Louis because they're part of it. The people making decisions live here, work here, and invest back into the same communities you do. That matters, especially when you need answers, flexibility, and a partner you can trust. Big banks can make promises. Home Bank builds relationships. If you're ready for a smarter, more personal banking experience, I'd encourage you to start that conversation today with Home Bank, the team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001. Home Bank, member FDIC. More than a bank, they're your business partner.
All right, Cam, be honest. New Year's resolution still holding strong?
Not so much, Kat. But I did decide on one thing that I'm sticking with. Making home life better in 2026.
And that's a good one. And if better includes more fun, more time outside, and less stress, then you need to talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors.
Absolutely. They build backyard escapes, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, the kind of place everyone actually wants to hang out.
And now's the perfect time to plan. Don't wait until summer hits. Start now, get it designed right, and be ready when the warm weather shows up.
Merrimack Pools and Outdoors walks you through the whole process, from design to construction, and they do it the right way.
So if your New Year's goal is fewer trips, fewer crowds, and more memories at home, go to SplashSTL.com.
That's SplashSTL.com, and make this year the year your backyard finally wins. That's SplashSTL.com.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Glad you're with us this morning. Lots to get to as we were talking about. It is a Monday morning. It's January 19th. It's Arch City Now. Really do appreciate you jumping in with us as we get you rolling. Rocking and rolling on Monday mornings. I think we're on. We on, right? All good?
Oh, yeah, you're on.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I
Thanks
was just making sure, I was just listening to the sound, but I thought something else happened.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
We're here. And of course, if you want to jump in on the show, please do so. X, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, that's X, Facebook, and YouTube. It's -5 outside with the wind chill. Don't go outside. And if you have to go outside, bundle up, stay warm. Make sure you're driving around in a warm car. You don't want to be dealing with any of the other bad stuff that's going on. No, nada. Not cool, not fun. Stay inside. Do not, I repeat, do not go outside. It's no fun outside. Okay. We'll get into it early here this morning just because we need to. And the Cardinals had their winter warm-up. Yeah, really, no pun intended. Their winter warm-up yesterday. And, it just, let's be real. There's not a lot of people excited about this Cardinals season, just like last year. And I'm not trying to be mean, but why should you be? Oh, I'm excited to see young guys get a chance to prove they can be in the lit. Really? We have been degraded from pennants and World Series talk and division titles to, hey, let's see who the future stars are going to be. And once again, it needs to be so bad, in my humble opinion, that people don't forget what this organization did, holding on too long for the last 3 to 4 years, hoping, praying, and refusing to realize that this team was run into the ground, and now we're left with shambles of a team. Shambles. And yeah, it frustrates me, and I should be frustrated, and you should be frustrated. If you're not, it's fine. You don't have to be. You can be happy dory. Oh, everything's cookies, lemonade, poolside. We love our Cardinals. Everything's wonderful. No, you know how you don't buy tickets like Cardinals fans last year, and you say we're not going to take it anymore. Going to a Cardinals game is not a requirement; it's a desire. It costs a lot of money. So yesterday, you had a winter warm-up, and here's the Cardinals brass, their leadership, talking about what's coming up and expectations and things from that standpoint as we move forward. Are we running sound? Well, let me try it again. Oh, no. Okay. You got the DeWitts talking in regards to where the Cardinals are going. So much to unwrap. I'm not trying to get, you got a TV deal that's in flux. We don't have to break that down. We really don't know what's going to happen with that. You're going to see you watch Cardinal baseball regardless. It's going to be there. They're trying to figure that out. They really didn't sound like they know exactly what they're going to do now. Is it interesting? Is it a good time right now? I hear people talking, producer. Why are they talking about a brand new stadium? Is it interesting that they're bringing that up right now? I find it very, very interesting. They're like, they bring the state of Missouri was literally bending over backwards to try to keep the Chiefs legislation. Guess who else saw that happening? Cardinals ownership. Oh, so Cardinals ownership are like, hey, you guys were practically trying to give a stadium away to the Chiefs. What about us on the other side of the state? We have a stadium that's 20 years old. Out of the entire weekend, it wasn't the new players. It wasn't Cardinals coming and meeting fans that got my attention. It's that the DeWitts are bringing up a brand new stadium. And they're bringing up how the Missouri legislature was doing anything and everything they could to keep the Chiefs in the state of Missouri. And what happened? The Chiefs left. Yeah. The Cardinals and ownership group, it sounded to me like they wanted some of that good juju as well. They wanted some of those free handouts. Is now a time to be talking about a brand new stadium when your product is piss poor? And I'm not trying to be mean, angry, negative. I'm just calling it out. I love the Cardinals. I love the DeWitts. I do. I do. Never met them in person, but whatever. Now, not the time. Not the time, DeWitts. Have you heard the Cardinals leaving or anything, or leaving St. Louis? Have you heard that stuff go down, Brian?
I heard about them like moving to like Chesterfield or something.
Well, I've heard lots of rumors. They're so tied to real estate downtown. But I'm also going to tell you this too, and I don't know if it's true or not. And I'm not trying to be reckless. I'm just telling you that rumors are out there that there's a desire to leave. Now, I know it sounds insane. Vic, you've lost your mind. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying that I've heard talk from business people, not Joe down at the local bar having his daily bud. I'm talking about business people in the know, movers and shakers, in regards to being involved in the ebbs and flows of money throughout the city and the metropolitan area, including two specific individuals, two males, telling me there's talk. It's talk. And I'm like, what? Not only out of state, but throughout the metropolitan area and or getting out of downtown St. Louis. Now, could they be talking just to get a good deal? Could they be trying to put the state legislature between a rock and a hard place? Because you did see what the state of Missouri was willing to do to try to keep the Chiefs. And if you have an ownership group and you're on the other side of the state and you have a stadium that's 2 decades old, I know it's so difficult to think that Busch Stadium 3 is 20 years old already. I mean, the inaugural season, Cardinals were beating the Tigers for the World Series.
What year was that again?
2006.
Exactly. I was 3 years old.
And here you are now. It's 2026. The stadium's 20 years old. But for whatever reason, the Cardinals ownership group at the winter warm-up is bringing up a new stadium. Do not think that that was by accident. It was on purpose. They are kind of drawing the line in the sand, saying, hey, we're over here. We'll be around to get our new stadium. I didn't like it. I'm sorry. I did not like hearing it. Maybe it's part of it. But there was no doubt ownership group is talking about a new stadium or upgrades. Now is not the time. Now the time. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was good. But anyway, I guess I don't know. It's not a good time right now in Cardinals baseball. It's just not. You're talking about an upgrade for stadiums and money and a sweet Chiefs deal when your team is no good. I'm just trying to bring up the facts. And you're cutting players and you're trying to build for the future. I mean, if you're the Dodgers, how about if you're the Cubs, if you're the Brewers, teams in the Cardinals' own division? And those are three teams I brought up in the National League. Maybe where people are excited about your team. San Francisco, like the Hoffmans now, part of that ownership group. I don't know. It may not be popular to say, but it needs to be said. It was not. I'm like, In an otherwise boring winter warm-up, that's the one thing that got me. Not sure about you, but anyway. Hey, on a better news, Burleson coming back. Love seeing Burleson come back. Yesterday or this weekend, he got a chance to see his Silver Slugger Award for the first time. We can show you that. Really love Burleson. He's going to be given his shot now, his first opportunity at starting at first base every day. And maybe that turns out to be something really, really well. It does something really good. And we can do that. Nate walking in. Check things out.
It's your first time seeing it, Burley? First time. What do you think? Pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Nate winning the Silver Slugger Award last year. So that will be his. And we need to have some sort of positive feeling with the Cardinals. So that was good. But who knows? Maybe, just maybe, the good vibe can help the Cardinals, because also over the weekend, if you didn't see this, there's a lot of hype about J.J. Weatherholt. Maybe start at third base next year for the Cardinals. Now that you have Nolan Arenado gone, J.J. considered to be one of the best young prospects in all of baseball. That's a bright spot for the Cardinals, no doubt about it. Well, J.J. Weatherholt and Jose Fermin were at Missouri State over the weekend, and J.J.'s watching Jose Fermin. Look at this. Jose Fermin hits a half-court shot at a Missouri State basketball game. This is really cool. Go ahead and check it out. Yeah, baby. He hit the shot. Jose Fermin was looking at it again. What a shot. J.J. Weatherholt there as well. That's about the best thing that's going on with the Cardinals these days, right there. Half-court shot, better than our producer Rye could do. You ever hit a half-shot court during a game? Half-court shot?
Not during a game, but I've hit multiple half-quarters.
What, in like practice and things like that? Yeah. Okay. These are baseball players. Jose Fermin hits. I don't know if somebody won money because of it. That would be really cool if they did. But all good in the hood there. Jose Fermin and J.J. Weatherholt at Missouri State over the weekend. I mean, we got to find the positive, right? And when we do, we'll bring it to you. Baseball players. So what happened? That was pretty cool that JJ was there with him as well. I was trying to find out when I was looking forward that it was just a really, really cool shot that they did. I was hoping somebody won like $10,000 or, something from that standpoint, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Just a really cool shot that he hit it. I mean, literally swished it home. Yeah. Yippee-ki-yay. 6:52 guys on a Monday morning. Happy holiday. Yes, that's right. It is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. If you don't have to go outside, don't. It's still like minus like 5 outside with the wind chill. No need to do that. No need to get up. Just sit inside, enjoy, listen to us, and find what you can find from that standpoint. All good from that standpoint. Okay. We were talking about the Cardinals and what's happening and where they're going and what they're going to do. Just trying to figure that whole situation out. I told you I didn't like the Cardinals bringing up needing a new stadium. 20 years old. I guess you have to start planning things from that standpoint. Okay. We got that going on. We understand where you're talking. Okay. Maybe, yeah, we need to save more time because I was going to hit the sports. I better hit some of these news headlines as well that was there. Let me get into the weather. Frigid morning. Wind chills in the single digits right now. I told you how cold it is. Literally how cold it is. So another cold front was moving through, and that's what we had this morning. -5 to -15 with some of those things that are going on. So there's literally a cold weather advisory that's been issued for several counties throughout the metropolitan area. It's brutal. It is absolutely brutal outside. There's no other way to expect it, but there are some more drier and warmer weather expected tomorrow through Thursday. So that's the good news. It's not going to be sticking around to be horribly, horribly, horribly cold throughout the rest of the week. So that's good. Hey, by the way, too, if you're tired of the early sunsets and dark mornings, it's going to change pretty soon. We start to gain a lot more daylight during the month of January, towards the end of January, as a matter of fact. But right now, even though daylight saving time was not done away with, somehow, some way, even though it had bipartisan support and presidential support to eliminate it, it's coming back again this year. So we're going to spring the clocks forward. But this year, it's happening as early as it possibly can. The earliest possible day that daylight saving time can begin in the United States is March 8th. And that's when it's going to happen. So we're less than 2 months away from daylight saving time. Probably like a month and a half when you look at, almost a month and a half away. So you'll get some more sunlight if you're liking the sun. So that's some pretty good news, getting that update out there. Also, wanted to put this out there too, to keep up our St. Louis area facilities. St. Louis Center's McDonald Planetarium is going to have its largest technology upgrade in decades, if not ever. So the center says the upgrades are going to help the McDonald Planetarium become the largest and most advanced hybrid planetarium in the nation. Once again, the largest and most technologically advanced planetarium in the nation. I mean, and they're talking about, all kinds of things. Have you been to the planetarium?
Is that the thing with like all the animals and stuff, or is that
no? That's the aquarium. The planetarium is it's the kind of the science center, the full white roof that looks like a base to a bull.
No,
that's over off of Highway 40. You drive past it. You've probably been.
I think I've seen it before though.
There's a walkway over 40 that leads you right into it, over near Forest Park.
Oh yeah, I've seen it before. I've never been in there.
So they've got the installation of the GoTo Chiron 3 hybrid star projector. It's going to be a first of its kind in the United States, and a Cosm Digistar full dome data visualization system. So, I'm not even going to, I could go down the list. There are so many freaking things they're going to put in there, but it sounds absolutely amazing. And it's in our area, and it's in our backyard, which is really cool. This coming from the Science Center CEO and president, Dr. Ray Vandiver, quote, millions like myself have visited the McDonald Planetarium over the past 6 decades and have had the opportunity to marvel at the stars above as both a connection to the past and a bridge to the future. With these improvements to the projection system and the Bill and Laura Orthwine Star Bay, excuse me, we're ensuring that our planetarium continues to be the most advanced hub for informal space learning in the region, inspiring generations to come to continue to explore the world, the universe around us. So that's pretty cool. Planetarium. Check it out. If you haven't had a chance to get over yet, though, those upgrades are going to begin February 1st, and they're going to continue into the summer months. They say during installation, the top 2 floors of the planetarium will be closed, but the rest of it's going to remain open to visitors. By the way, the planetarium's been around since 1963. This will be the largest technology upgrade in 25 years. A lot more people are starting to get more interested about space and the stars and our solar system, especially with the advent of, Starlink and so many other technological advances. As we have people like Elon Musk and others trying to go to Mars. Very, very fascinating. To me, at least, that's for sure. All right, we'll take a quick break. We are your Lou information station. We're live and on demand at luinfo.com. Lots to get to in the second hour of our show. College football national championship tonight. Indiana, Miami. I'm excited for that. A lot of Indiana people in the area, parties, things from that standpoint. It's a holiday. Yes, the weather's cold. The Blues, yeah, they go on. They get our hopes up here at home, and then they go on the road and get waxed by a good team in Edmonton, just showing us, the fans, how far back and how far the Blues still have to go to compete, not only for division titles, but for Stanley Cups. And it sucks to think that we're that far away from competing for a Stanley Cup, but it's real. We'll get into that. Also, Kyron Williams, the NFL action from the weekend, and local star, Kyron Williams, with an interview on Fox. We'll show you some of that interview as he was in action for the Rams last night. They're going to be playing for right to go to the Super Bowl next week. Kyron had a good game, a touchdown as well. The Vianney product also doing what he can off the field. Lots to get to. Jumping on the show, X, Facebook, and YouTube. Producer Rice here. I'm Vic Faust. This is Art City Now. Back after this.
I'm Big Toe Media President Dave Green, and for the last few months, I've been telling you about what makes Home Bank different. Local people, local decisions, and real relationships. So let me take that a step further. When you walk into Home Bank, you're not walking into a system, you're walking into a conversation. This is a bank that understands St. Louis because they're part of it. The people making decisions live here, work here, and invest back into the same communities you do. That matters, especially when you need answers, flexibility, and a partner you can trust. Big banks can make promises. Home Bank builds relationships. If you're ready for a smarter, more personal banking experience, I'd encourage you to start that conversation today with Home Bank, the team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001. Home Bank, member FDIC, more than a bank, business partner.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
Daddy is out of the cleaning up dump business.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
A report saying President Trump's been considering invoking the Insurrection Act in the state. Anti-ICE protesters have been met with counter demonstrations, and Minnesota's director of public safety is calling on residents to avoid confrontation and focus on the peaceful expression of their views. I'm Scott Carr.
A high-speed train derailed in southern Spain Sunday and rammed into another high-speed train headed the opposite direction, killing at least 39 people and injuring 100. The death toll is expected to go up.
So it's not just about numbers?
Secretary Scott Bessent defends President Trump's plan to impose tariffs on Denmark and its European allies who don't support the U.S. taking over Greenland.
Appearing on NBC's Meet the Press, Bessent argued the tariffs are a matter of national security importance.
It is a strategic decision by the president. This is a geopolitical decision, and he is able to use the economic might of the U.S. to avoid a hot war.
His comments come as the European Union was set to hold an emergency meeting to discuss President Trump's Greenland tariffs. Sunday, EU leaders warned in a joint statement that the tariffs undermine transatlantic relations, adding, "We will continue to stand united in response." I'm Mark Mayfield.
The U.S. launched a strike in Syria, killing an al-Qaeda leader tied to last month's ISIS attack, which claimed the lives of 2 American service members. U.S. Central Command announced Saturday the strike resulted in the death of Bilal Hassan al-Jassim. Central Command says al-Jassim was connected to the shooter who opened fire on U.S. troops December 13th. 2 National Guardsmen and 1 civilian interpreter were killed in that attack. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Maybe this is you too. There's enormous frustration right now
with healthcare costs. It is amazing. Healthcare costs for families in the last 20 years have almost tripled, and it just keeps getting worse. All this to say, this is why MediShare is so in demand right now. People are looking for alternatives, and MediShare is proven. You can save thousands of dollars a year and actually like it more. Over 1 million Americans are now part of healthcare sharing, and MediShare is the gold standard. It's trusted. It works. It's been helping people save money and have peace of mind now for 30 plus years. It's not some big impersonal thing either. It's a community of people like you helping each other. So yeah, if you're frustrated too, here's your chance to make a refreshing change. You'll notice the difference as soon as you call. They're easy to talk to. You can get a price within 2 minutes. Here is the number. Call 855-SHARE-40. That's 855-SHARE 40. 855-SHARE.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222. 222-2222.
All right, Cam, be honest. New Year's resolution still holding strong?
Not so much, Kat, but I did decide on one thing that I'm sticking with. Making home life better in 2026.
And that's a good one. And if better includes more fun, more time outside, and less stress, then you need to talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors.
Absolutely. They build backyard escapes, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, the kind of place everyone actually wants to hang out.
And now's the perfect time to plan. Don't wait until summer hits. Start now, get it designed right, and be ready when the warm weather shows up.
Merrimack Pools and Outdoors walks you through the whole process, from design to construction, and they do it the right way.
So if your New Year's goal is fewer trips, fewer crowds, and more memories at home, go to SplashSTL.com.
That's SplashSTL.com, and make this year the year your backyard finally wins. That's SplashSTL.com. Introducing the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, your new home in the Grand Center Arts District. The Key STL is where the music plays, the game is always on, and the dance floor is open. The Burger Bar features the ultimate smash burger experience with premium pasture-raised local beef and a dozen house-made sauces to top it all off. It's the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, 3225 Olive in Midtown. Before, during, or after any game, this is the spot, St. Louis. Find out more at thekeystl.com.
Today, business moves fast. Don't fall behind your competitors. Contact CTS, Commercial Technology Solutions, today for your voice and data needs, including networking, internet, and video conferencing. We offer 24-hour emergency service with competitive rates and an A+ rating from the BBB. At Commercial Technology Solutions, it's all about service, solutions, and stability. Contact them in Missouri at 314-421-3550, in Illinois at 618-452-3550, and online at ctsphone.com.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, the sun is up. Welcome into the show. Happy Monday. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day as well. Don't go outside. Just don't. Stay in. Call in sick. Don't go to work. Don't do it. There's no need to go outside. It's that cold. Yeah, it still feels like -4 on a Monday. The winds were brutal this morning, but it is what it is. We do what we're going to do. I'm Vic Faust, producer Rise alongside as well. It's Arch City Now. You can watch us on X, Facebook, and YouTube every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jansen, the former Blue, and Jim the Cat Hayes, the Cardinals broadcaster. They're following in as well. Blues news, Cardinals news coming up in the next hour on our show and theirs as well. Also, the Lou Information Station is what we are. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. And from 10 to 11 today, we've also got the MIZ STL show as we'll be breaking down the disaster that is Missouri basketball on the road. And then, of course, tomorrow night, they host number 21 Georgia. And they'll probably come out and beat them because Missouri plays well at home and they can't figure out anything on the road. They can't seal the deal because they're an up and down, all around, undisciplined team that should be winning against the teams that they're losing on the roads. But that is the state of Missouri basketball. Also coming ahead up in the hour, we'll get back into the Cardinals situation of where they are. We'll talk about the Blues. I mean, I'm sorry, man. I'm tired of watching the Jordan Bennington experience. I know you got to have two goalies. Hofer is far and away the best goalie this team has. I'm sorry. It's unpopular to say, but you have to say it. Jordan would tell you himself because he's such a competitor. Love him on the ice. Love his attitude. Love his swagger. But he's getting beat, and he's getting beat a lot. Is it all his fault? No, it's not. But, I mean, it's not a good thing to watch. And I hate watching him give up 3 goals in the first period. I don't care if one of them's a power play or not. It's just not fun to watch. And I know Edmonton's good, but you know what? So was Tampa. So was Carolina. You beat them. So anyway, we'll get into that as well. Weekend of NFL action. Plus, love seeing the local guys do well. Harrison Mevis, former Mizzou kicker for the Rams. Luther Burden doing what he could do for the Bears. They need to use him more next year too, by the way. Ben Johnson, I know you guys were trying to go to him late in the game too, but Caleb missed him on a couple passes as well. He also had a maybe a drop, got his hands on the end of the ball. Would have loved to have seen Luther bring it in. And then also Kyron Williams with a win last night. Kyron, not going to him yet, though. Not yet. But Kyron and Mevis with the Rams going into Seattle next week where, yeah, we'll get into that too. Producer, Seattle looks like the best team, don't they? I think they look better than the Patriots.
I don't care who looks like the best team, man. I trust in a quarterback.
Oh, here we
go.
All
I'm
right.
Say it again. I'm going to trust in a quarterback who has a Super Bowl ring.
Okay.
Like I
You're
said
right.
last week.
You're right.
Keep it pushing.
I can't say anything.
Yep.
Point taken. The only quarterback head coach pairing in the playoffs this year with the Super Bowl, Matthew Stafford.
Yes, sir.
And his coach. So anyway, we'll get into that. But I'm thrilled. I love college football. I've told you guys before. It's fun to watch right now. I hate what's going on in college football, but with everything that's happened, it's also generated the story that we have this year. The greatest 2-year college football story in the history of the game are the Indiana Hoosiers and Coach Kurt Cignetti and Fernando Mendoza, the quarterback that has come over. It is why it was their game against Alabama a couple weeks ago. I mean, literally had 30 million viewers. College football, 30 million viewers. That's what Indiana, Alabama brought to the table. That's why it's the second most popular sport in America right now, or at least league. It's NFL, and then it's college football. It's a travesty what's been done to college football without any oversight, the lessons that are being taught to young men, and how you can sign contracts and break them and then sign another contract and break them. You don't really have to pay attention to school with many, not all, but many of the young men. Get your money and get out, whatever. And it's going to come to a halt at some point. We're just not there yet. Hate that. Hate it. However, when it comes to the on-field action, it's only gotten better. The play's gotten better. It has. You may not like it, but it is what it is. Because now, guys in college are able to stay longer. They're trying to stay longer. There's more money there. It's really hurt it for the high school kid coming into college because it's now a longer process where, you know, if you do care about school, you're going to be kind of put in the back ringer. You are. So that's unfortunate. However, what you also have is what has happened with Indiana. Now, don't think for a second, oh, this is like the movie Hoosiers. And by the way, you probably don't even know what the movie Hoosiers is because of your age, do
That's
you?
a basketball movie, right?
Yeah, it's a basketball movie. It's one of the greatest sports movies of all time.
Yeah, Indiana, you know.
Milan High School.
Yeah, they playing with their heart and stuff, and they win.
They actually won.
Yeah.
It was true. They beat the Indianapolis team that was taller, more athletic.
Yeah.
They found a way to win. By the way, I interviewed the guy that starred in the movie, who was the star of the basketball team. His character in the movie was Jimmy Chitwood. And I interviewed him back in 1997. I was in St. Joseph, Missouri. He became a motivational speaker. Go figure. Owned a business, became a motivational speaker. Once the movie hit in the 80s, it thrust him into the limelight.
Mm-hmm.
So he used it to his advantage and became a motivational speaker. Literally, I said, when I first met him, I said, "Hey, Vic Faust, nice to meet you." I was like, "Man, how much of the movie's true?" And he goes, "I made the final shot." And I was like, I got chills. And I'm like, you guys won that state title. I read the book. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I made the shot. He's like, did I tell the coach I'll make it? No. But everybody knew that the play needed to go to me because I was our best chance to make the final shot to upset the Indianapolis school that was undefeated, ranked number 1, and everything else. So, yeah, Hoosiers. This is no little guys from Indiana going to take on the big guys and little David versus Goliath.
These are the big guys.
Indiana is Goliath.
Yeah, let's get that clear.
Let's make no mistakes about it. Because of NIL, if you don't like it, is why Indiana is where they are. You had a coach who was intelligent enough to see, oh, I'm going to go get they are the oldest team in college football. Okay. They went. So if you love Indiana's come from behind story, and I'm rooting for them tonight. I am. I'm sorry. I'm rooting for them. But just know that they're not the feel-good story that everybody tries to make them to be. They're the guys that went out and got when they came out of high school, they weren't stars. They went to college, but they all started for years at other schools, got really good. And then you had a coach that went, hey, I'm going to bring in all these old, mature dudes and put them on a team together, let them play against younger guys. That's what Indiana is. They're the oldest team in college football. That's the secret sauce. And then they put the best quarterback that they could, this quirky nerd that is a genius. And he's a quirky little nerdy dude.
Every single day, I just play with my heart. I just fight hard.
And I love him. I'm just telling you. Another pro scout has come out and said that he's a 3rd round. So you got 2 pro scout guys that come out and said 3rd round pick, 4th round pick.
Yeah, he's 3rd round.
And he's the Heisman Trophy winner. He had a great year. He's in a great system.
3rd, 4th.
He understands what he needs to do and study. He knows where the ball goes, and he's good. And I love him.
I feel like if you get him that's like almost any quarterback. But if you put him with like a coach like Shanahan.
Well, we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
He's not going to go there.
But my point, yeah, exactly. But my point from that whole standpoint is Indiana is the bully. Okay. I'm sorry. They're the bully on the street. Cignetti is the bully. Miami, on the other hand, while they're trying to do everything they can at NIL as well and throw their swagger and their money around, and they have good talent, they don't have as much as Indiana does when it comes to the experience. I said it last week, and not to bore you, just on Indiana's defense, the starter with the least amount of experience coming into this year was 24 starts. Out of their 11 starters, the guy with the least amount of starts had 24 college starts. That's insane if you understand. 24 other starts in college football before
he went there?
Yeah, I'm coming in this year.
That's more than 2 whole seasons.
That's what Cignetti saw and did. And then they went to the portal after they had a really good year last year. They went to the portal and got more players last year. And then this year, Mark Cuban stepped up again in a massive way and bought a new team for next year. So I'm rooting for Indiana. I love their story. But don't think for a second this is Indiana, the story of the Hoosiers from the basketball movie. These are the big players on the block, the big money. They're there, okay? And by the way, win or lose tonight, Indiana, Miami aren't going anywhere. They were 2 of the biggest players in the NIL. I'll just say they're throwing around their swagger. Let's just say that in a nice way. They're strutting around with the biggest swagger.
Yeah. How are you guys thinking this is like an underdog story for
Indiana? They're not an underdog story. They're not.
They have Mark Cuban in their team.
Yeah, they're not. But I'm still rooting for them tonight.
Am too. It's a great
finish the deal, finish the job, get your national title.
In the story off right, man.
We are talking about the least amount of college football wins in the history of college football. They were the worst team ever.
Exactly. Finish the story.
Brilliant coach. NIL comes at the right time. He brings in the right players, and now you can bring in old guys, old, experienced, mature guys to seal the deal. Now, I love the story. My only problem on that, and then we'll get into more of the game, is this. What Indiana has done has set a precedent in college football, which is not good for the game when it comes to being a student athlete. Because now, if you want to play at the highest levels of college high school kid, a lot of times you have to go to smaller schools, and then you have to transfer, and then you have to transfer. And you can't go to, you don't have the same opportunities you had 3 years ago if you're a student athlete. You just don't. And then I bring up student athlete, and you hope the guys are graduating, and you hope they're doing what they're supposed to do, but you don't hear them talking about that anymore. And yes, while the money can be life-changing right now at first for many of these kids, it doesn't last forever. And you still need to be able to have that college degree if you're not going to go start up a business, and it still helps for that, or get into the trade. Okay? And a lot of that gets lost. And by the way, the money that the kids are making, I say kids or young men, who takes a very big percentage of that. And then guess what? You also have taxes. That's a good life learning lesson. So you have taxes, and then you also have agent. So the money that they're making isn't all that it might seem like it is. You know, you get $100,000, $200,000 for a year. Agent comes in, takes what, 30, 40%?
Ooh,
taxes.
Agent take 30?
Well, no, not 30. It just depends on the agent. Just depends on the agent. And it depends on what they're doing for you.
But man, I just don't understand though. Like, you're paying, like, do the people that are paying these guys, do they know you're paying for, like, I'm not going to call nobody out, but they're not NFL level talents. Like 90% of the guys that you're paying aren't NFL level talents, right?
So that's
like, I don't really understand that.
It just depends. No, because there's only so many spots.
Yeah. So it's like,
but it's the going rate for college football. Yeah. So that's the story there. Once again, I'm rooting for Indiana, but let's remember, Indiana is not versus Goliath. Okay. I like to have truth. I like to have everything set how it should be. Let's just have truth. Let's have black and white and be honest about what's actually happening here. Indiana tonight is an 8.5-point favorite against Miami. I am not touching. I have no idea what to believe. I think that Indiana would blow them out. But I'm trying to decide what Curt Cignetti is. Is Curt Cignetti a BSer? He did train under Nick Saban. Here's what he said. Well, I'll tell you what he said about the points, but after you hear him talk right now. Curt Cignetti at a presser yesterday talking about the game. Are we ready for him?
I got to do the other thing. That's why I was like, hold on. It's like 2 seconds.
Oh, okay. You just let me know.
Yeah, I got you.
So Curt Cignetti has become the man in college football, the most popular, most well-known person in college football, especially from a head coaching standpoint. So here's Curt Cignetti before tonight's national championship football game. Do we have it or not? I only went because you told me.
A lot of rat poison out there. And I happened to see Holly Rose thing on social media this morning about our guys hugging each other at the end of practice, and it is a close team. And I've witnessed quite a bit of sentimentalism throughout the week from some of our seniors who we've been with quite a long time. I think it's time to sharpen the saw now. Throw those warm fuzzies out the door. That sentimentalism. It's time to go play a game against a great opponent. We got to have a sharp edge going into this game. And, you don't go to war with warm milk and cookies.
No, you don't. You don't go to war with warm milk and cookies. That's legit. And let me tell you something. The college game is a nasty physical game. And it's gotten more so now with men playing. Don't think for a second that man is not a ruthless villain behind the scenes. He wants to rip your heart out, so to speak, and continue to pour the points on. So he also spoke yesterday about the point spread. He was calling it a setup. He says Vegas is trying to set you up. What does he mean by that? Half points is too big of a margin. Now, is he sandbagging it? Is he just saying the right things? He basically went down Miami's entire team position by position, talking about how they are one of the best teams in college football. And then basically said 8.5 points. Now he's trying to help his own team. I get it. Like, oh, no, don't think we're just going to walk out there and win the game. But he did talk about how good Miami is. And then he said, I think at 8.5 points, he says, I think that's a setup. Is it? You going to bet? You going to wager tonight? Indiana or Miami going to win? If you think Miami's going to win, then obviously you take the bet. 8.5 points. It's a lot of points for a national championship college football game. But is it something you even want to mess with? I wouldn't mess with it. I'm not. I have no idea. I think Indiana's going to win, but I still don't want to mess with it. That's for sure. There's just a lot of variables. What's interesting, too, about that is the fact, remember, playing in Miami's home stadium, by the luck of the draw, this was the year they were playing down at the Orange Bowl, and Miami happens to advance to the national championship game. Yep, that's right. Miami advances. And they're good, and they weren't expected to be there. And remember when Miami shouldn't be there, Notre Dame should be there. Now, Notre Dame did not belong in the tournament over Miami. Sorry, Notre Dame fans. I know it's hard for you to accept. Deal with it. They belong to James Madison and Tulane. Yes, but not over Miami. Miami beat you fair and square. End of story. Get in a conference, Notre Dame. Get in a conference, Notre Dame. So Miami advances. They do what they need to do. They get to the national championship. But here's the other thing. Tickets are so freaking crazy. We talked about it last week if you weren't with us. Just remember, between 3,300, 3,300 and 5,300 for tickets for tonight's game. Parking was as high as $750. Uber and Lyft, are going to be crazy expensive. It's one of the hottest tickets of the year. Weather's great. Great location. Home team played in their home stadium against one of the greatest college football stories in the history of the game. Rating should be sky high. And that's why I'm looking forward to watching it. And then you've also got the Heisman Trophy winner playing as the quarterback for Indiana. All these things come into play. And one of the reasons this is happening is because of NIL. But, and producer Rye is going to get Carson Beck sound ready. This is what's happened, though. Because now you have guys that are sticking around college and playing a lot longer and trying to get extra years. I'm sorry. You've got the quarterback from Ole Miss, Chambliss, trying to get a 6th year now. NCAA denied him, and now he's suing. That's part of the stuff that frustrates. But welcome to college football 2026 NIL portal. So, Carson Beck's been around for a while. He's the starting quarterback at Miami. Carson Beck is 23 years old.
He's older than me.
Yeah, and you've already graduated college, of course. That's my point. Carson Beck looks like he's 33. I mean, this is what you're talking about. Guys that have been playing 5 years. I mean, it's So Carson Beck graduated already. He was asked 2 days ago at the press conference, and listen to his response. This is all about him saying that he doesn't go to class. He doesn't have class. I mean, this is why college football is so messed up right now. And I'll explain what's happening. Just listen after you hear Beck say what he said.
Did you have class yesterday? If so, what class? And I know there was a pep rally on campus. Just what has it been like being you as a student this week, particularly yesterday?
No class. I graduated 2 years ago, so obviously I've been.
Okay, that's great. He graduated. That is awesome. But Carson Beck, the starting quarterback for Miami, said he didn't have any class. Now, I hope he meant just for the day. But he went on to say, I graduated. I don't have class. Here's what happens. When I was playing, see, I graduated on time. So I graduated in my 4 years, but I still had my 5th year to play football at Mizzou. And the way I was able to do that, and I busted my butt, and I went to summer school every summer so that I could graduate on time. All I had to do was be in grad school. So I was in grad school journalism. You only had to take 9 hours.
Exactly.
So I had to take 9 hours, or at least be enrolled in 9 hours.
That's like 3 credit classes. That's like three credit classes, right?
And that's it, just to stay eligible. Or I could have gone back to try to get another degree. And it was being paid for under the scholarship. But then you'd have to be in 12 hours.
Exactly.
So my 5th year, I had a couple classes a week because I graduated.
That sounds like my last semester of senior year.
But now I've been told that you just have to take some online classes.
Yeah, that's all they do now. All my friends that are still playing sports, like even my friend who does YouTube, like he doesn't even show up to class anymore.
So I just wanted everybody to understand what's happening in college sports. I mean, he graduated. Great. That's number one. He graduated 2 years ago. He graduated in 3.5 years.
Good job.
But now many of these guys, they're really not even having to go to class. They've graduated. They can play longer. And or if they're not graduating, they just have to stay eligible. Get the money and move forward. I'll be curious to see what the graduation rates are in another year or 2 years post this NIL stuff that's going on. It just wasn't a good look for college football student athletes. They're pros now. They're pros. They're getting paid. They may be minor league, but they're pros. They're employees. They're not student athletes anymore. They're employees. Treat them as such so that we can get out of the crazy thing that is going on right now. Once again, I'm rooting for Indiana tonight. I'm rooting for them. I'd love to see them finish their storybook season. And I'll be curious to see how much red or whatever their color, crimson is, whatever, I think it's red, is in that Miami stadium and what they were actually able to get. I was sent this by a friend of mine. Their child goes to Indiana, of what Mark Cuban allegedly did when it comes to trying to make sure that they got enough people there. It was good news from Bloomington. Mark Cuban, billionaire entrepreneur, Indiana alum, and lifelong Hoosier supporter, stunned their fan base by covering thousands of tickets. He bought thousands of tickets for Indiana versus Miami, opening the gates to students and families, turning the game into a full stadium celebration of Hoosier pride, while also declaring that if Indiana reaches the ultimate goal this season, he has a reward planned that he promises will leave fans absolutely electrified. What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know, Mark.
Is he going to throw a bash unlike we've never seen before? Is he going to buy something for Indiana football? Is he going to give a reward to every player? I don't know. That's another reason why I want to see Indiana win, just to see what that crazy billionaire will do for his alma mater. Hey, Stan Kroenke, step up for Mizzou.
He'll never do that, sir.
Bill Laurie,
I was at
We need more. Step up for Mizzou.
I was at the gym literally yesterday morning playing basketball, and all the guys
John
in South
Hamm,
County-
Brad Pitt, step
Yeah.
up for Mizzou.
All the guys in South County were literally just saying F Stan Kroenke the whole time. It was funny. But, yeah, I don't think Kroenke's ever gonna help Mizzou, man.
Well, they did back in the day.
Yeah.
He bought me a couple drinks back in the day. I don't know if it was him and Bill Laurie. They used to go to the bar that we went to.
Oh wow.
He was a very approachable guy, by the way.
That's what I heard. I heard he's
Very
a cool
approachable.
dude.
Yeah. So anyway, that's your college football thing. That's the big thing tonight. That's the big story. That's the big sports. And we tried to make it more about the story, not the X's and O's, just so you understand what's happening in college football. If you have questions, obviously jump in on the show. Like, subscribe, share our show. You can watch us and stream us live each day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Of course, we are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at luinfo.com. You can also give us a call if you would like. 855-282-8255. And by the way, I know one or two families from the area, their kids go to Miami, but I know a lot of alumni from the University of Indiana in the St. Louis area as well. If there are parties going on that you want to promote, get-togethers, let us know. We'll get that word out for you as well. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Producer Rice here. I'm Vic Faust. We'll finish up this show. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It is January 19th. It's like -3 or -4 degrees outside. Yeah, it's a cold one, but we'll be back with more of the sports heat, the talk, the St. Louis water cooler vibe right after this.
What are the keys to a great night out? Great food and drinks, great prizes, and great friends. Join us Thursday, January 22nd from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Key STL Burger, Bar, and Boogie in the Grand Center Arts District. Enjoy a live broadcast with Cam Jansen and Jim Hayes, plus special guest Matt Adams. Dig into the best smash burgers in town and get your shot at winning opening day Cardinals tickets, autographed merch, and more. That's Thursday, January 22nd, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Key STL, 3225 Olive. Come eat, hang out, and win.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
Your LouInfo.com news report. The city of St. Louis is moving forward to seize long abandoned properties near the new National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. Using eminent domain, officials aim to acquire 89 blighted lots. The city and the developers bank are now in dispute over property values, with the move intended to bring the land back under local control for meaningful development. The St. Louis Fire Department battled a fire at a vacant building near Louisiana and Winnebago on Saturday night, with flames visible on the first and second floors. It's unclear what caused the blaze. This comes less than 24 hours after another fire at an empty warehouse in the Bevo Dutchtown area. St. Charles County Police are investigating the theft of 41 bronze vases from the St. Charles Memorial Garden on West Clay Street, valued at about $15,000. Authorities say tips leading to an arrest could earn a cash reward, and information can be sent anonymously through Crime Stoppers. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Really cold today. High pressure moving in from the northern plains. Sunny and about 20 on the afternoon high. And it will be windy, gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Mid-teens and clear for the overnight hours. Not as cold on Tuesday. Sunshine, and we're back in the upper 30s, mid-40s by Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
I'm Big Toe Media President Dave Green, and for the last few months, I've been telling you about what makes Home Bank different. Local people, local decisions, and real relationships. So let me take that a step further. When you walk into Home Bank, you're not walking into a system, you're walking into a conversation. This is a bank that understands St. Louis because they're part of it. The people making decisions live here, work here, and invest back into the same communities you do. That matters, especially when you need answers, flexibility, and a partner you can trust. Big banks can make promises. Home Bank builds relationships. If you're ready for a smarter, more personal banking experience, I'd encourage you to start that conversation today with Home Bank, the team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001. Home Bank, member FDIC. More than a bank, they're your business partner.
All right, Cam, be honest. New Year's resolution still holding strong?
Not so much, Kat, but I did decide on one thing that I'm sticking with. Making home life better in 2026.
And that's a good one. And if better includes more fun, more time outside, and less stress, then you need to talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors.
Absolutely. They build backyard escapes, pools, outdoor kitchens, the kind of place everyone actually wants to hang out.
And now's the perfect time to plan. Don't wait until summer hits. Start now, get it designed right, and be ready when the warm weather shows up.
Merrimack Pools and Outdoors walks you through the whole process from design to construction, and they do it the right way.
So if your New Year's goal is fewer trips, fewer crowds, and more memories at home, go to SplashSTL.com.
That's SplashSTL.com and make this year the year your backyard finally wins. That's SplashSTL.com.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. We appreciate it. Oh, we love to rock and roll on a Monday morning. Happy Martin Luther King Day. It's a holiday. Stay inside. Don't go out. It's too cold. Call in sick. Whatever. We'll give you permission if you had to work in the first place. Producer Rise alongside. I'm Vic Faust. It's Arch City Now here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Love it when you guys are with us as well. Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us. That is the former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes, 8 to 10 o'clock. On Mondays, we have the MIZ STL show. Grant Salzman, maybe Brendan Schaefer will be back with us, and myself. Got Mizzou basketball, talk about the end of the portal coming up, or at least the slowdown portion of the portal. And then on top of that, you've got a situation right now where you've got the college football national championship. We spent a lot of time last segment, talking about what to expect tonight. You guys can jump in on any of those things if you so desire. We will certainly get into that as well. But we haven't really talked a lot about the Blues, where we are from that standpoint. Saved it for the standpoint of, boy, oh boy, I was out watching Friday night. Loving life. They win in shootouts. Hofer looking great. And I'm sorry, if the playoffs began today, Hofer would be my number one goalie, but there's some people I respect in the broadcast industry who are telling me, nope, you start Bennington if we make the playoffs, and then Hofer comes in if he doesn't do well. Why? Because he's done it in the past? Okay. I'm telling you right now, the Blues have a gem in Joe Hofer. And I think Montgomery realizes it. And I'm glad he's on the Blues because he is playing his arse off. And he beat Carolina. He beat Tampa. I know it was at home where the Blues have started to play a whole lot better than they are on the road. And we knew this was going to be a very tough 5-game stretch of games. 2 at home against Carolina and Tampa. You win against Carolina. Shut them out. Then you beat a damn good Tampa team who'd won 11 in a row in a shootout. Feeling good going into 3 home games going into 3 road games. The worst thing you can do is go in and get smoked. And they got smoked by Edmonton last night. Final score 5-0. 3 goals in the first period. And Bennington was in that. It's just not a good look. Who's going to be in net when they play again? Well, I don't know. The Blues now play again tomorrow night, and they're at Winnipeg, a team that's below them in the standings, a team that's in last place in the division. Not by much, but they are in last place. And it's a team, and it's a place where the Blues have had some issues playing. And I'll be curious to see who's in net tomorrow. Is Hofer back in net? Winnipeg has played one less game than the two less games than the Blues, and they're only 2 points behind the Blues, and they're in last place in the division. So, I mean, you got to win. You have to. It's a must win tomorrow night in Winnipeg. I'll call it right now. It's a must win. Now I know they were out without Rob Thomas last night, but the other thing was they were out without Rob Thomas for the last 2 games that they won. So, and then after Winnipeg, then Friday, they're at Dallas. And then they host LA on Saturday. And LA is another team that are ahead of the Blues as well. And when you look at this team, they're 19, 22, and 8. So this is such a key section of the year for them to get as many points as they possibly can. I was just really bummed out with the performance last night. Not what you wanted to see at all from a Blues team that I know we expect and want to see so much more from than what we're getting. So big week for the Blues, but once again, they'll be back in St. Louis Saturday night hosting the Kings. Looking forward to that matchup. And I know no decisions have to be made yet. The Blues will have to make the playoffs first, but Joel Hofer is your best goalie. And he's proven it now. He's proven it over almost 50 games. That's a large enough sample size. I'm sorry, it is. Well, Vic, you don't know. It's in the playoff. Okay, fine. Hofer's shown me enough so far. I love Bennington. Love him. But Hofer needs to remain. He needs to be your goalie, get most of the starts. He just does. And we'll find out what he does tomorrow night in Winnipeg as well. My humble opinion. When you look at the stats, it backs it up. Backs it up 100%. Easy breezy. Easy breezy. I was watching most of the NFL over the weekend, the games. We all have our teams and watch parties and things from that standpoint. Producer Ryan, I know you were excited. Your Rams won last night. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was big for them to go win in the cold, the temperature, the things that they did. I'm just very happy that the under hit, which was 47.5. That was an easy play last night, a very easy play. So that was nice in the Faust house. But the Bears could have won that game easy. The Rams ended up winning. And by the way, from a locals perspective, love seeing Luther Burden, rookie, doing what he did. What a year that he had. Definitely a guy that the Bears will be leaning on next year.
Yeah, a lot of people in Chicago are saying like he's their guy.
He's in his first year. That like the favorite was like he's our best receiver.
Yeah, a lot of
as a rookie.
I love Chicago fans, man. Like when their team is doing good, the whole city be like lit. Like they're
my cousin lives there. Could not stand the Bears. He's like, Vic, I'm into it now.
The whole city be turning.
Oh yeah. So they lose, but Luther Burden, nice job. Now over on the Rams side,
my guy.
Well, first of all, the thicker kicker, baby, Harrison Mevis.
My guy.
What a year he had and has had for the Rams. He's missed one field goal, made all of his extra points, and he hit 2 crucial field goals last night, including the game winner in overtime.
So do you think that he deserved to be on the thing? Because I know how your stance on kickers.
Oh, no, if they're part of the game, you got to do what you do. I just wish kickers were not a part of the game. I do not like field goals, and I do not like extra points. I like punting.
You don't like so you don't want
I'm fine with kickoffs. Fine. If we have to, I'll settle. You can have your kickoffs if you're like so into that, because a kickoff actually became a football play the other night in the Seattle game. Opening kickoff. Was it Rashid? returned for touchdown for the Seahawks, first play of the game.
Hmm.
First play of the game, he returned the kickoff for a touchdown. Just like that, game over. Sorry, San Fran.
Yep.
Yeah, but kickers, no, I don't like the yellow poles. There's no need for them. And why? They're a distraction to me. We don't need freaking
They are distracting.
Australian rules football poles up in the way of fans when you're trying to watch a game. You know my take. Have your take and bring it. I don't like field goals. I don't like extra points.
You don't like the suspense?
No, no, hell
Seconds
no.
on the clock.
Hell no. I've been beaten too many times by field goals in my life, and I do not like them.
Have you won games off of field goals?
I can only think of one field goal that was momentous in my entire life that a team kicked that helped us win a game, and that was Harrison Mevis 3 years ago, Kansas State. He kicked like a 64-yarder.
I remember that.
And Missouri won as time expired.
Dang. So never
Or in
when you were
overtime.
playing, you never had like a late kick that
No,
won the game?
no, we weren't close enough. No, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm not about kicking. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not.
I gotta start clipping that.
It doesn't mean that I don't like the guys or respect the guys that are kickers. I just wish we could incorporate them into the game somehow more than keep somebody. It's the you did it. You brought me back into this. I don't want to get into it again. It's the only sport where you bring somebody who has nothing to do with any part of the game into the game to be a dictator of the game. Who's not even playing. Oh, let's bring him in. I already gave you my examples. I'm sorry. Just
trot them out.
and does a different activity than what the rest of the game is about. I digress. So anyway, Harrison, since you're part of the game, yes, what a season he's had. Another guy in his first year in the league. Congratulations, Harrison Mevis. 2 former Mizzou players doing well.
You got another Mizzou guy that's walking in too.
And then no NFL time, though.
Yeah, no NFL time, but yeah.
And then
Barstool time.
St. Louis and Kyron Williams, a Ram. No Mizzou guy, Notre Dame fame, Vianney High. Already been honored as the Rams NFL Man of the Year. He gave $25,000 back, which he earned by his charitable activity, back to the St. Louis and Boys Girls Club of St. Louis, the Boys and Girls Club. And he's the Rams' main running back. I mean, who knows? They go to Seattle next week with a chance to go to the Super Bowl. And he's certainly had a really good NFL career already. And Fox 2 did an interview with him, just kind of talking about some of the things going on in his life. I just wanted you to see Kyron and listen to a little bit of him talking. I don't know how much we'll play here, but here's Kyron doing ever just talking about how things are heading up in his life right now.
First eye-opening experience of like what it means to give back. Like you can give back financially, all that type of stuff, but if you're able to give back with your time, it means a little bit more.
For the St. Louis native, it reached a different level when he made it to the pros.
It's got a bigger purpose now. And now I'm, a professional athlete, and I'm being around, little kids who, dream and hope to one day to be where I'm at, just like how I was when I was a little kid in St. Louis.
Williams says his want to give all leads back to those kids who were just like him.
Coming from St. Louis, I want to do everything I can for those kids to be an inspiration, to allow them to know that they can do this, but also to just dream.
Most recently, after being nominated for the second year in a row for the NFL Walter Payton Man of the Year Award, given to one player from each team and one man select award.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. That's good. I was just looking at Cameron Mendoza. It was fine. That was about being selected. Told you about giving $25,000 back to St. Louis. And not only is Kyron doing his thing on the field, he's doing it off the field. So congrats to Kyron. His mom and dad are super proud of him. His family, his friends from the St. Louis area. And of course, nobody's more proud of him than producer Rye, because he's all about the Rams.
Yeah, I wore my St. Louis Rams jacket yesterday too. You know, the leather one I got? I was wearing that all day yesterday. And I was getting all stares. I'm like, man, I'm with the money. I'm with getting dubs. So
yeah, they're getting dubs. That's right. They're getting some dubs. That's for sure. Rams. I haven't even looked at that line for the Rams Seahawks yet, but you think they're going to go to Seattle and beat Seattle? I don't.
as a fan, yes. As a media analyst, somewhat, no. But
that place is so difficult to play.
It's so rowdy down there. I mean, up there, but
and they play so well. We'll see what happens with.
I'm banking on Sam Darnold though. I think he's gonna throw the game. I don't know what it is.
Well, he's got a massive oblique issue.
Yeah.
He had to take shots before the game the other day.
Yeah. I saw a TikTok. They were like, they took horse tranquilizer before the game.
Yeah, they'll do whatever it takes, man. You do what you got to do as best as you possibly can. Yeah, get it done, son. Get it done. Anyway, glad you guys have been with us today as we continue to promote that. But Kyron, the NFL from the weekend, you may be happy, you may not. Rams win last night. Patriots, Patriots looked really, really, really good again yesterday too. They did. Sorry for Josh Allen, the Bills. Some people think they got screwed by the NFL. I don't know about one of the calls, but in overtime, the Bills had a massive, massive hold in the end zone on a player from Denver. Game should have been over right there, safety in the end zone. And it was a massively terrible call. And they didn't call that. So you can't complain. You just can't. You can't. That call should have been made. It was obvious. And yes, sometimes you have holding calls that go overlooked. It was so egregious. And in the end zone, it should have been called. It wasn't. So I'm sorry. You just can't complain. And Josh Allen, he messed up. He kind of pissed the bed. He had turnovers in the first half and turnovers in that game that he shouldn't have had. And I love him, but Superman had a bad day. It was a bad day for Josh Allen, and I love him. And I felt bad seeing him cry after the game, but
dude.
But it is what it is.
Man, who is he dating again?
I can't remember. Yeah, he's got. Yeah,
Haley?
I think he got over it. He has
Yeah,
a
you
beautiful, supportive wife.
Dating Haley Steinfeld, dude.
He has tons of money. He has a new child on the way, but he's still known as the quarterback who can't get Buffalo over the hump. He and Lamar linked forever right now.
I told you last week.
Josh in Buffalo, Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. They just can't get it done yet. And in the midst of them not being able to get it done, look what's happened. Drake May arrived in New England. The new coaches arrived. Go figure. Former Patriot player coming back to bring the Patriots. And then they get to play Denver without a starting quarterback. I mean, this is why I hate the Patriots. They had the easiest schedule during the regular season. The easiest schedule during the regular season. Then they played the Chargers, who were an absolute joke in the playoffs.
Every year.
And then they come in and then they play a team
that's known for playoff choking. Let's be real.
and a quarterback that is just turns the ball over. And then now they get to play the Broncos without their starting quarterback.
And I was ready for that 2 second-year QBs going at it. That would have been fire.
I'm going, wait a second. How could this be any easier for the Patriots? And then the Bills are like, truck, man.
Yeah.
They're back. And we still haven't gotten to the Super Bowl. Okay. All right. It is what it is. So anyway, there's your NFL action next week. Seattle hosting the Rams. Two of the best teams during the regular season. And then you've also got in the AFC, the Broncos, who were the number 1 seed against the Patriots, who were 2 seed, but the Broncos without their starting quarterback. Go freaking figure. And Bo Nix played a terrific game. Second to last play of the game. Breaks a bone in his ankle. I mean, you've got to be freaking kidding me that's what happened.
Yeah, I think the Patriots have had the luckiest season I've ever seen in my life.
It's a good, I mean, I can stomach them now. Time heals a lot in life. It does. I'm telling you, time, you hear the phrase time heals all. I'm convinced time heals a lot. There was a time where I despised the Patriots and always would. Yeah. Drake May on that team makes me stomach them.
Yeah, I can handle it.
Every time I see Vrabel, though, I still think of the old Patriot guard.
Yeah. I still see. It's like it's not Belichick, but I feel the hoodie on. I can feel it. I can sense it. He's just man.
But I do like how he cares about the players and shows that he cares. So I guess I can stomach him. But anyway, appreciate you guys being with us today. I know it was a holiday. Don't even know if anybody's listening. Hopefully you got some better things going on this morning. We'll see where it all goes. But it's damn cold outside. Enjoy the holiday. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Make it a memorable one if you can. College football tonight. Indiana, Miami. Literally, there's like 18 different broadcasts. I mean, it's even Bill Belichick is doing the ACC analyst work tonight. Bill Belichick. I guess his girl said, "Hey, I booked you."
I guess this girl said, "I want to go to Miami."
I want to
go to Florida.
I want to be in Miami. I want to be in Miami. Yeah, stars will all be out. It'll be interesting. Let's see what happens with Indiana, Miami tonight, and so forth. Guys, thanks for being with us today. As we always say, have a great day. Stay positive. For producer Rye, I'm Vic Faust. Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jansen and Jim the Cat Hayes. Coming up next, we'll see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.